Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I will take you through the Masquerade of Liars event and its new rewards. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more information over this about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. The Masquerade of Liars event is not new. It has been around since 2013 and it's every year very much the same with the pumpkins and the Illusionist guys walking around. If you've been at Neverwinter for a while, you will have seen this before. This year, however, some new juicy rewards have been added to the event. And in this video I will guide you on how to get those new rewards, so they will be the centerpiece of this video. Just like any event, this event has dailies and an event NPC at Protector's Enclave. So that's this guy here. It's called the Neverwinter Commoner for some reason, but all of the NPCs for this event are called that way. But at this NPC you can start your journey and it will be pretty self-explanatory. But I was talking about rewards. What are the rewards? Well, first off, you can earn one of 3 visages, and for that you have to start the first quest first, and then you can come to one of, well, first you go to this, I think it's called the, I don't really know the name anymore.
The contest
I don't know why they all call it like this.
Suite.
That's very strange. Maybe
Have you
because it's
joined the
preview.
team?
Anyway, this is you go to this guy first, and then you have to pick from these 3 guys here. There's a witch, jack-o'-lantern guy, and Groot, basically. On my account, because this is account wide, I picked the Groot guy, yeah, it has an impact on what you can do. Anyway, based on which of those 3 you pick, you can earn one of 3 visages. If you go for the Groot guy, you can get the visage of Roots, which will make you look like this guy. If you go for this guy, you will get the visage of Mace, which will make you look like this guy. And, well, you guessed it, if you go for this witch, you get the visage of Toil, which makes you look like a witch. You can only get one of these, if any. Which one you have a chance for is determined by which team you pick for your account. That's right, the choice is account wide. You become eligible for this reward if you have done sufficient dailies. So, okay, that's also not visible here. Preview, nice. Anyway, you have to do now 20 dailies in order to fill up a bar that will show up here. And if you have done 20 dailies, and this is also account wide, you will be eligible of getting the visages if your team wins. And how does your team win? Well, also by doing dailies given by these 3 guys, the one that you picked. So as I said, I picked the Roots guy. I heard that many people / alliances went for the witch, so they will probably win. I don't care that much, to be honest. It's not a very big deal for me. The next reward is a bigger deal. This is the Enchanted Broom. You can get it at this campaign store, or event store is actually, not campaign store. And the Enchanted Broom is a mount with an equip power of 2000 power, which is quite nice if you have an alt which doesn't have a good mount yet, or maybe your main doesn't even have a good mount yet. 2000 power is never a bad thing. In order to get this broom, you need 50,000 AD, you need 600 Masquerade tokens, 25 Enchanted Bristles, 1 gnarled broomstick, and 1 witch's sash. Well, first of all, I don't understand why you separately need to get this Gnarled Broomstick, because it's just an added 200 Masquerade token, so they could have made this 800 as well, but whatever. So you need quite a few of these Masquerade tokens. These tokens originate from these bags of Illusionist goods. As you can see, I have quite a few of them. You get 2 or 3 Masquerade tokens per bag, which means for 800 tokens you need about 300 to 350 bags. And I will tell you in a moment how to get these bags efficiently, because I have quite a few. The Enchanted Bristles, the 25 that you need, so these, are another drop from the same bags. So the Masquerade tokens are on the top and the Enchanted Bristles are on the bottom. You don't always get something from the bottom part of this bag, but sometimes you get it. The drop rate is not that bad on the Enchanted Bristles. The last part required for the Enchanted Broom is the Witch's Sash, this one, Enchanted Witch's Sash. And this is where things get a little bit more tricky. The Witch's Sash drops from the Beholder Piñatas, which in turn drop once again from this bag. So you see, if you open one of these bags, you have a chance of getting a Beholder Piñata, and you can open one, or you can use one Beholder Piñata every 2 minutes, and from those you have a chance again to get an Enchanted Witch's Sash. The drop rate was quite low. I say was because the devs have increased the drop rate with the last patch, according to the patch notes. I also sent out a message on that on my channel. Once you have all the parts, you just go to this store and you can buy it. And it's account bound, so you can also move it to a different character after you have bought it. So now for the bags. In order to get one of these bags, you can do dailies from the guys down there. They each give 1 bag. You can, and another way is getting these Liar's Charms. You can get Liar's Charms from killing enemies within 7 levels of yourself, or by picking up pumpkins in Protector's Enclave. So I hope these are in, yeah. So you can see if you interact with a pumpkin, you can get a Liar's Charm. Drops from killing enemies, as almost always, has a cooldown, while the pumpkins have not. As you saw, I just picked up 2 pumpkins really quickly in a row. The only disadvantage of the pumpkins is that if you have 5 of these Liar's Charms, you cannot pick up any more. So let me show you that as well. Or you can also get temporary masks from these get 1 more pumpkin. This one up here. So now I should have 5. And here to the left is also 1. Cannot currently interact. So I have 5. I cannot get new ones. In order to get the bags, you have to trade in these charms at the illusionists that are walking around, or some are just standing around. If they have this pumpkin head above them, you can interact with them. You cannot interact with them quickly in succession. They have some kind of cooldown, but there are many walking around. So there's plenty to do. So as I said, you cannot have more than 5, but each time you interact with an illusionist, 1 is removed. This basically means that the 5 limit is typically not that big of a deal. What I do, how I farm these bags, is by just interacting with anything I encounter. Right now I just added up some of the pumpkins, of course. But if you keep running around Protector's Enclave, and slowly you will learn where Illusionists are, so you can interact with them more quickly. Just press the 1 button, by the way, if you find one. Okay, this one is already used. But slowly you will learn where everything is, and this will be very quick. I think I reach about 100 bags in an hour, if it's not more. So while doing this, the bag influx is pretty high. I think a lot higher than by killing enemies. With killing enemies, there is no 5 limit, so you can save up more than 5. But due to the cooldown, it's a lot slower. So one more thing, let's show you how the broom looks. So this is the broom, it's a flying broom. There's nothing more to say. The next reward is the Splatters Companion. Getting this companion is pretty straightforward. You just need 600 of these Masquerade tokens. No special parts required. I cannot show it like this for some reason, but I can show you the companion here. And this is also a broom. Surprise. So you can ride on a broom and have a broom as your companion. The Splatters Companion has a pretty nice active bonus. At green it already has 1% critical severity. It has also a little bit of deflect. At epic, I've heard that the critical severity goes up to 2.5%, which is not that bad. It's not the best, but it's definitely not bad. The last new reward is this Empowered Illusionist Mask. This reward requires another 1000 tokens, so you need quite a lot if you want everything, but it also requires a standard Illusionist Mask. So the Empowered Illusionist Mask requires a standard Illusionist Mask. You get this standard mask also from this bag. If you don't have one, you always get one. So it's a guaranteed reward if you don't have one yet. And here it is, I have one. In order to get this Empowered Illusionist Mask, however, you can see that I don't have a Illusionist Mask yet. You need to upgrade this mask to Legendary. To upgrade this mask, you do need different reagents than normal. So I'll show you real quick. You do need some RP. Not that, I think this is less RP than normal, and you also need 4 different reagents. You need Memento of Mask, you need Memento of Lyra, Veil of Mists, and Veil of Shadows. Now these mementos drop from the daily quests given by this Neverwinter commoner, which is, I don't know his name, but he has a different name here. It's the NPC event leader. And the veils once again drop from these bags. So as you can see down here, there's also an uncommon or rare item, which can be these veils, and they drop plentiful. It's not really a big issue. There's one trick for upgrading this standard mask to legendary, which I will show you in a second. Let's open these bags right now so you can get an indication of drop rates. So as you can see, I don't have many of much. I have 1 Enchanted Bristles, and let's see what we have in the end. So you can see you can get veils in here, Masquerade tokens, as I said. I get a Beholder Pinata, which is nice. This Enchanted Bristles. So these are about 270, a little bit more, 270 bags. Let's open them real quick. Already have 20 Enchanted Bristles, so getting 25, I already have them. It took about 200 bags to get 25 Enchanted Bristles. Actually, I didn't get any more, so this apparently caps. And from 270 bags, I got 27 piñatas, which is, well, pretty clearly a drop rate of 10%. Is it 10? Yeah, 10%. I think this is pretty accurate. And these veils, as I already said, you get plentiful, quite a lot. And this is important. So now let's upgrade this mask. So as you can see, you need you need one of these mementos and 2 of these veils each. You have plenty of veils. Let me get some additional wards. It's preview, so don't freak out. But I'm getting some coalescent wards just in case. I don't want to waste reagents. So let's upgrade this mask. Before we do, let's go to the shop. As you can see, in the exchange you can also trade in these Liar's charms directly for Masquerade tokens, but this is not advisable because you can also get these bags, and these bags give 2 or 3 Masquerade tokens plus additional stuff. So never use this part of the exchange. However, something will be added here in a couple of moments. Let's upgrade this one. Let's use, I don't even need a ward here, it's 100%. But yeah, so now it's green. At green, the exchange is still the same. We also have enough tokens to upgrade to blue, 95%, so we can still use this. It's still very few refinement points required. At rare, we get the option of buying additional mementos, and this is important because you will need some additional mementos for the last step from so we need a couple of mementos from rare to epic. We need 1 memento of Lyra and 1 memento of Mask, but for the last step from epic to legendary, there's no mythic for this thing, but from epic to legendary you also need a memento of Lyra, and you can buy it right now. So let's buy, let's say 3, so we have 4 and 4. I think we need less, but let's buy it now. We also need 804 refinement points, which is still very, very little, 90%, also very easy still. Goes in 1 go. And for the last step you need 2 and 2, so I bought 1 too many, which is fine, because I still have plenty of these veils, and I also have plenty of these. And it's important that you buy these mementos at rare, and don't upgrade this to epic yet, because when you go to epic, the mementos disappear again. I don't know if this is a bug, and this will be fixed, but just be warned, don't upgrade this mask to rare to epic before you have bought some of these mementos. So yeah, 1 second, let's go back here. So at this point still we cannot buy this one, even though we have enough Masquerade tokens. This item is still not legendary, so let's do that. So rare to epic was 90%, and epic to legendary is 10%. And not to, don't do this on live, of course. So yeah, let's make it legendary. As you can see, you cannot upgrade it to mythic, and at this point, oh, wrong button. at this point we can buy our empowered Illusionist mask. Your legendary standard mask will disappear, and this one will start once again at uncommon. Very nice. So this one needs to be upgraded again, and now you require the default reagents. So this is a normal artifact. Let's see, can we also see the artifact somewhere? Here it is. So this is the empowered version. We have this green one, and this one does go all the way up to mythic, and at mythic it gives 1000 power, 1000 recovery, and 600 action points, which is not too bad for a lot of classes, especially at DC. I can see the equip powers are pretty good, and the use does a little bit of damage, and it gives you a damage output for 15 seconds by 15%. So it's not the worst active power, but for DPS the wheel and soul side crystal will still be better. But it's not too bad actually. It's pretty nice. It's too bad that it's only that it only says that your damage is increased by 15%. If this was everyone's damage, this one would be really wanted for the DCs that I already mentioned, for support classes. But alas, it's not. The Witch's Sash comes from this Beholder Pinata, as I said. You can use one. It pops up a pinata and you shoot it a couple of times and it explodes. And as you see, I didn't get a Witch's Sash, which I didn't expect, but this also has a recharge time of 2 minutes, so it takes quite a while to use plenty of these. So the Witch's Sash is going to be quite a bummer. The leftover veils, by the way, you can use them as refinement because you don't need them anymore. And you also get these ladders sometimes from I actually don't know where I got these. But yeah, it's interesting to see that these also cap at 25. Yeah, I think for the broomstick I only need the Witch's Sash now here. Oh, and some tokens. Anyway, that was it for the rewards in this event. I hope it helps. If you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.